Now, these particular regulations regarding the conduct of the presidential primaries of our party are again made in accordance with Article 41 and 42 of our Constitution and are designed to ensure the conduct of free, fair, and transparent elections for a presidential candidate for the NDC for the 2024 general elections. Now, the election of the presidential candidate shall be held on Saturday, the 13th of May, 2023. So effectively, our intention is to make sure that we have the presidential and the parliamentary primaries on the same date. So the two elections are going to be held on the same date. That will be Saturday, the 13th of May, 2023. Now, this is going to be done at voting centers in all 276 constituencies of the NDC, which includes the Sal Guan catchment area. The national headquarters of the NDC shall constitute an additional voting center for all delegates from external branches of the party. Now, here again, let me quickly walk you through the timetable. And effectively, it's an alignment of timetable, so we're going to basically have the same timetable for the presidential elections as well, primaries as well. So the opening of nominations will be between the 22nd February 2023 to the 24th of February 2023. Submission of forms and filing of nomination will be between 20th of March 2023 to the 22nd of March 2023. Vetting will be between 27th of March to 29th of March 2023. Appeal is going to be allowed between the period of 30th of March to 6th of April. And the primaries, the presidential primaries, as I mentioned earlier, will happen on Saturday, the 13th of May, 2023. Now, the picking of forms, for candidates who have an interest in running for the presidential primaries. The picking of forms is going to be open for a period of 2 working days. Now, the completed Form A, which is the nomination form, and the Form B, which is the endorsement form, shall be completed in triplicates and returned to the General Secretary of the party on the announced date, together with evidence of payment of a non-refundable fee. But before then, let me mention that, first and foremost, once you go through the process of picking the forms, we expect that the nomination form shall be made available at the office of the General Secretary, and it's available at a non-refundable fee of 30,000 Ghana cedis. And this is to be made available. This is to be paid through a banker's draft. So the aspirants for the presidential primaries will be made to pick their nomination form at the office of the General Secretary, and a non-refundable fee of 30,000 Ghana cedis will be paid by banker's draft. Now, once these forms are picked, when it is time for these forms to be returned, what we expect is that an evidence of the payment of a non-refundable filing fee of 500,000 cedis will be made. And this is going to be done through banker's drafts. So there's a slight modification as far as the presidential is concerned. So for the parliamentary, we explained that is going to be done through our payment platform. But for the presidential, we expect that will be done via banker's draft and to be brought to the party office once the forms are well completed. Now, for female candidates and persons with disabilities, the same philosophy that we have, which is our social democratic philosophy, makes us to have the same arrangement. So for any candidates that will be female or candidate with disability, they will be made to have a discount of 50%. So they will pay 50% of the filing fee that is otherwise supposed to be paid. Now, the reason why we settle for the 500,000 is that 4 years ago when we organized this same presidential primaries, we settled for a non-refundable filing fee of 300,000 Ghana cedis. Now that was 4 years ago, effectively running towards 5 years, because that was around 2018, 19, right? So about 4 years ago. Now, 4 years ago, 300,000, given what has happened to this economy, given the complete devastation that's happening not just to our city because of the abysmal performance of the government that we have today. 300,000 in 2018-19 compared to 500,000 today. You will say in truth that this 500,000 is actually worth less than the 300,000 that we made our candidates to pay 4 years ago. But we settled for it, even though in real terms it is actually less than what it is our candidate paid 4 years ago. It's also because we appreciate the difficulties that the economic challenge that this government has brought. And because of those difficulties, we felt it was going to be not too easy to just go as far as we should go if we wanted to go in real terms, taking account of the high inflation and the complete depreciation that happened to our currency and the way prices of everything has gone up. So we actually settled for this 500,000, which will be made through a banker's draft for each candidate.